I've been waiting for you. I'm Taren S, a High Priestess in a Crossroads Witchcraft Tradition. And I've been brewing magic for a very long time. Come on in, let's brew some together. Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the House of Witchcraft. And you know, of course, I'm giving a little nod to all my Crossroads witches out there. We have got some spring cleaning to do, witches. All right, best time to do shadow work. Springtime, when it's time to clean. We've been cleaning our houses. Now it's time to be cleaning up our spiritual space and to clean up our mental space. All right, I know right now a lot of you have been hearing about this shadow work. I got to do shadow work. What is shadow work? Shadow work is acknowledging the hidden parts of ourselves. All right? And we can do this in both a positive way and we can do this in both a negative way. And I don't even like to use the word negative. I can't quite come up with a better flipping side to this. Because we do have shadows, and which are light shadows. And then we also have dark shadows. All right? So what is a light shadow? A light shadow would potentially be a hidden sense of humor. And you're not letting folks know how much your humor really is, you know? And letting out that beautiful sense of humor. A dark shadow would be jealousy. Ooh, bad, 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 bad. And what is triggering that jealousy? Why do you feel it? Where does it come from? All right, so I wanted to first bring that up because lately all I hear about is this dark shadow, oh, envy, hate, greed, jealousy. I must say, I shall be jealous no more. And that's not shadow work. Shadows are the hidden parts of ourselves. Like I said, some are based within the light and some are based within the dark. But for the most part, we keep them down inside. And when the ones in the dark get out of balance with the ones in the light, that's where you end up unloading on somebody that has nothing to do with the situation. You end up being triggered. We've all heard that word. By a situation and which had nothing to do with what is really going on inside of you. All right. And that's where we acknowledge them. But before we acknowledge those dark shadows, I always encourage folks to spend the first moon acknowledging the good shadows, acknowledging the goodness within you, the things that you would like people to see more about you. All right. And we will be posting, if you'd like, on the houseofwitchcraft.com. You can look and we'll have some shadow self notes going on. But your first shadow should be a shadow of self-love. All right? And for many of you folks, this is going to be a hard shadow to find. Because learning to love yourself, all right? You're okay just the way you are. You're good enough just the way you are. You're beautiful just the way you are. And really bringing up those emotions. You're going to need them. Because the next part of this, and I typically tell folks you need to wait until the next moon cycle, is to acknowledge those darker aspects of yourself. The envy, the jealousy, the greed, the I've lied, you know, I've hurt people. And learning to say it out loud, feel the emotion, and then forgiving yourself. I think one of the most overlooked part of shadow working is the next part, and that's the part of forgiveness. And understanding that forgiveness is a process, all right? We have to learn to forgive ourselves, all right, for these shadows, to accept these shadows. Some of them we accept, some of them we need to kick out, you know what I'm saying? But to forgive ourselves, to put the past truly behind us, to let it go, all right? That's part of shadow working. And again, like I was saying, we're going to have some stuff on houseofwitchcraft.com posted up, both the self-love shadow ritual and the dark shadow working, and also the learning to forgive. All right. And it's not about, oh, I forgive you. It's a one and done. That's not what forgiveness is. Like I was saying earlier, forgiveness is a process. It's something we all have to learn. And for many of you first year witches out there with you're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Sweetheart, the first thing you need to do is heal yourself before you work on healing others. All right? You need to do protection work for yourself before you start doing it for others. You need to do spiritual cleansings on yourself before you start doing it for others. I always encourage you first year witches, all right? You got to get up in your space. The magic's within you. We need to heal you because the world's done been rough as all get out, all right? Many of the witches, by the time we get to Magic Circle, honey, world's done beat us up. And we have to, the first magic we create is the magic for healing ourselves, for bringing ourselves into balance, for acknowledging both our light shadows and our dark shadows, and knowing that we need both of them, all right? You know, because I talk like, one of the examples I like to give is the dark shadow of greedy, okay? Because being greedy is, you're taking more than what you need. But greed itself is not a bad thing. When greed is in balance, that's where ambition and drive come from, all right? But when it gets out of balance, it becomes greedy. And that's where we take more than what we need. We take away from others who may need, all right? So it's not that we want to say, I shall never be jealous again. It's about putting our jealousy in balance. Because sometimes you need to be a little jealous, all right? And other times, that jealousy is triggering something inside of you, a sense of there's something about that person that either you really, really want to be like them and it's making you jealous, or you are really, really upset by their behavior because you remember another behavior that you haven't dealt with. You see what I'm saying, witches? So that's why it's so important in the springtime. When we're doing spring cleanings, we clean ourselves up. We clean ourselves up really good by getting out under some full moons, dark moons, new moons, whatever is your way, witch. And letting this come out. All right? Acknowledging it, forgiving ourselves for a lot of it, healing ourselves, so that we can go out in the world and use our magic to help it be a slightly better world than what it is right now. Just saying, witches. But I don't want y'all to be thinking that like this is like this dark, bad magic stuff. This is healing magic, and it needs to be done. I've been standing in the circles, y'all know. All right, we ain't gonna be talking. I turn 57 next month. That's what I'm saying, witches. And every year I get out there and do my shadow work. It's not a one and done. Every year we do spring cleaning because the dust came in all through the year, little things up in the corners all through the year, and come springtime, it's time to clean it all up. We got garden plant. We have got things going on. And 2021, really, I know it's hard right now to believe, but look, energetically, we're looking like we're going to have a good year if we all lean in, all right, to the magic that's there for us. This is the growth and rebirth. We've had a lot of death and destruction around us, all right, and as that's coming in, so too growth and rebirth, and they're together. And this year it's looking like we're going to see some good growth and rebirth around us. And so it's up for us to be ready magically, to be ready spiritually, mentally, so that we can take advantage of those energies around us. Now, y'all know I keep saying houseofwitchcraft.com because, like I said, we have things posted up there, articles, and we also are posting up our ritual, the ritual that we use here at the Cottage in San Diego, and also on the House of Witchcraft. They're all one and the same, all right? You're going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be doing witch, okay? So, if you have any questions, and of course you have any comments or any suggestions how you do your shadow work, I want to know. I am always looking for new tools to put in my magical toolbox, okay? And of course, I've told you the House of Witchcraft is expanding. If you are wanting to lean in, you're a Crossroads witch. Ooh, you want to come join us. We are going to be starting up the 13 Tunes to the Crossroads, a wonderful assisted self-guided course. We're going to be right beside you, helping you out the whole way. If this is something you're interested in, please go to houseofwitchcraft.com and sign up for the newsletter so that we can keep you updated. And of course, I'm going to tell you, hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you're having as bright of a blessed day as I'm having. And as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and ebobo.